Today I'm going to show you how to use Solidworks and how to make different cubes for your maze assignment. First off, we'll open up Solidworks, which is the bottom SW icon. This may take a while to kind of open up. As this opens up, you should open up Schoology and find the different cubes you need to make. We will start off with cube number 1, which is your red cube. Now when this opens up, every student's what it looks like might be a little different for everybody, but the steps will be the same. So oftentimes this is the way it looks. You have your part, assembly, or drawing. This is majority of your screens. If it doesn't look like this, you would hit X, then go up to SolidWorks up here, hit File, and hit New. But since this is the way it shows up, we're going to hit Part. Now our first step using SolidWorks, we always have to select what plane we're going to use. That is located on your left side. You have your front plane, top plane, right plane. The front plane works if you're looking at the front or back view. The top plane works if you're the top or bottom view, and the right plane is for the right view or left view. For this cube project, we want to be in the top plane. We make sure we left click it and select it. Our next task is to select what view. Since we select the top plane, we must select the top or bottom. You'll go over to this cube over here in the middle of your screen, hit the down arrow, and notice it's filled in or shaded the different views. So there's your front, left, right. We want the top view. Now for the top cube, it's just a 1 by 1 by 1 cube. So first thing we need to do is sketch it. So over in the sketch tab here, we'll left click that. You have your different drawing tools here. We're going to use the line tool. When you select the line tool, you'll notice 2 red arrows appear. When you first start drawing, you always want to click where those 2 red arrows meet. It'll be a little dot. So you'll left click and drag. Notice as I move my mouse, there's a dimension that goes with it. Don't worry about the sizing at this moment. We will deal with that later. The reason why we don't deal with that now, it says 1.58. There's probably 5 other numbers after that, so it could be 1.586329 and so forth. We want to be more precise than that. So right now we're just generalizing the shape that we're drawing. Right now we're just going to make a rectangle for this first cube. So I'll left click to finish this line. Notice I want to be straight across. When I left click, it starts my next one. Now, I should be able to just go straight up. You'll see once I get at a 90 degree, it'll kind of snap to that location. I left click again, and I keep going. Now, at any time if you mess up, just hit escape on your keyboard, and it will exit you out of draw mode. So once I get straight above my starting point, it'll show me a dashed line. So I'll click. And then when you draw here, you must form a closed loop. None of your lines should cross at any point. So if they cross, it will not work. So I'll go to where my starting point is and click. Notice when it's completely closed shape, it will fill in shaded. Now at this moment, I drew the generalized shape of what I'm drawing. Now I want to add dimensions. So I go up to right by Exit Sketch is a Smart Dimension tool. Now when I do this, I want to do the height and width. So I want the distance from right here. Notice that highlights in orange. So from here to here. So when I do this, I go to that line, I say from here, then I click my mouse, to here, click my mouse. Then it gives me a dimension, and it moves. I want to bring that dimension off to the side so it's not in my way. Then when I click, it'll ask me for the dimension that I want it. The cube that we're making is a 1 by 1 square. So I'll type in 1 and hit enter. Now I have my height. Now I want to add my width. So still under Smart Dimension, I want from here to here. So I'll go from here, click, to here, click, bring that dimension down and out of the way, and I click again. I type in 1 and hit enter. Now I have a perfect square. I am done drafting this one or sketching it. Whenever you are done drafting, you must go to the top left and hit exit sketch. Now, on the left side, as I go, it'll create a list of items that I've done. So I have made a sketch. Now I want to select that sketch by left clicking on it, because now I want to make it 3D. You must select it. Once I select it, I go to Features, then Extrude Boss Base. At this moment, I could click here and drag up and down, but that's not very precise. I want to go over to the side here and enter how tall it is, which is 1 inch. Then I hit enter. I'm all done there. Now, it's correct 1 inch, and I want a check mark to say everything is done well. Check. Now notice on the left side here, that list I was talking about, now it doesn't say sketch here, it says box extrude. That is when you made it 3D. If I click the arrow next to it, it'll show me that sketch. So here's where I sketched it, and this is where I made it 3D. If you have to go back in and change anything about this, you would go click that item. So maybe I want to make a change to the sketch. I click sketch, and you'll have these options. This top left one says edit sketch. So if I click that, now I'm back in here, and if I need to make a change, I just double click a dimension, and I change it there. Since I don't need to make any changes, I'll hit exit sketch. And the same is true for the box extrude. If I click that, it gives me an option to edit that feature. Everything's good, so I'll check mark it. Now here's the really important part. You must save all progress. So on here, the first time you save, you'll always go up to Solidworks, File, Save As. Now you'll navigate to your desktop, and whatever hour we're in, say hour 4, and you want to save it into your own folder. So don't go network hour, go to hour 4 or 3 or whatever hour you're in. But because I don't have one on this computer, I'm going to go to network hour for now, but you guys should all do your regular hour. I'll go to my name, and you should have a folder called SolidWorks. Double click into that and change the file name to what cube you're working on. Once you have the file name down, you should be able to hit save. I'm done with cube 1. Now I would continue on to 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. I'm going to navigate to a different one. I'm going to go to 6. So once I'm done, I'll hit File, New, and I'll do the whole process again. Now I'm going to 6 just because the sketching is a little bit different. Now with this one, I'll do the top plane again and top view. Now when I sketch, same process, but this time it's a different shape. Instead of a box, it looks, whoops, so I messed up there. I can hit the escape button and just undo. And it looks something like this. Now you need more dimensions on this one. So I need a distance from here to here. That's 2. So from the top to bottom, it's 1. From here to here, it's 1. Again, these are all the same tools. You're just going to have to use more of them because there's more blocks and a little different shape. If you ever get this, that means it's an unneeded dimension. You've over-defined it. So instead of making this dimension driven, I'm just going to hit cancel, and we won't need that. So we want to make sure we have all the dimensions. That looks pretty good. Now, once you've done sketching it, you hit exit sketch, and then you want to select your sketch, features, extrude boss base, and this is 1 inch tall. And there it is. And then I would do the exact same process of file, save as. And make sure you're in your own folder. And this was cube 6. Save. You have 10 of these. Now the number 10, it's the same process. It's a little different on the sketching. You'll go through the exact same process, but this time you could use the corner rectangle. This time you're going to do your smart dimension. This one is 16 by 16. Now if you ever accidentally get a measurement inside the box, you just click and drag it off. Now that I have this done, I have a hole in this one on number 10. I'll hit the rectangle, I'll put another box inside. And I'll smart dimension it, where this outside box is 1 inch around each of the sides. Same thing, exit sketch, select your sketch, features, extrude boss base, 1 inch, and you'll save that as cube 10. Now, if you look at number 9, I wish I was here to show you this, so you're going to have to pay attention when I show this one. So this time, there's multiple layers instead of just doing one level. So this is block 8. You'll do top plane again and top view. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like a V or an L, the bottom part. We're not going to worry about the top part, the solo cube, at this moment. And we're going to draw that L. And we're going to dimension it just the same. That looks pretty good. Select my sketch, make it 3D. Now, I have the bottom part of this, but I don't have this cube sitting on top. There's many ways of doing this, and here's one of them. So I could do top plane again, or I could do right side. Let's do top plane, top view. This time when I do my sketch, I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. So I have a box right now. Exit sketch. Now there's my sketch. Notice I have my first little L in 3D. Here's my second L, or second box. I select it, hit features, extrude boss base. Now if you look at that, it's showing 1 inch, but I want it on top of here. What you do on this instance, where it says from on the left side here, where it says sketch plane, I want to hit the down arrow, and I want surface face plane. This allows you to click where you want the surface to start. So I wanted to start on top of here. There we go. And then it jumped up, make sure the size is right, and I hit check mark. There's number 8. Then you'd save that. That's all I have to show you today. Good luck this week. Please ask your classmates for help if you get stuck.